Hello law aspirants, your vocabulary moving in the full swing, your passages are, I hope you are able to comprehend your passages with the help of this vocabulary. See, this vocabulary not only boosts you up but helps you to comprehend the passage, understand the passage, get the grip, you know, the central idea, which is the actually the main conclusion of the passage. When you read a poem or you read anything, you get the central idea of something. What is the writer trying to say? The same is this, that when you're reading these vocabulary words and things, you have to just see that what is the writer trying to say by these words, and there is a contextual meaning of this. See, I give you an example. For example, if I say that what is the material used to make a cake? The word material here means ingredients. But when I say that he is a very material person and people run after material gains or material pursuits, it means here money. A person who is very, running after the riches and power and strength. Right? And if I say that this is the material evidence in this, so what is material now? This is the most important, the clinching evidence of something. You can see the usage in the context. So there is no dictionary meaning. When you're reading a sentence, apply all the things and see that which one fits in the best, right? So with this contextual meaning, let's begin with today's video. I am preparing a new slide for you. By the time, let's begin with some very important words which have come up in this week in the Hindu paper. The first word, allegation. Allegation is something where you put a blame on someone. It's a kind of a proclamation. It's kind of a claim or assertion that someone has done something illegal or wrong. In simple word, it is a kind of an, yes, it is an accusation. It's a blame. Right? And you put an allegation as something. You feel that that person has done something wrong. Typically one made without proof, and sometimes what happens, you don't even have a proof. And when you don't have a proof, you have no right to put an allegation on someone. A declaration, a statement, a proclamation, anything which you feel is something which is wrong, and because you feel it is wrong, you put the allegation on the other person, right? Moving on to next word, albeit. Albeit means though, although. This is a contrasting conjunction. With though, you can also add although, or the word even though, or it is called, we would say, is a contrasting conjunction. What is contrasting? Gives you an opposite condition. Right? Like if I say he studied, although he studied, yet he could not do the paper well. Or although he did not study, yet he came out in flying colors. See, please don't forget, although and though do not take a pair of but. This is a very important grammar rule. Although and though are used with, yes, they are used with yet, not with but. Right? Moving on to next words. Alacrity. Alacrity is something which is very brisk. You've heard? You should walk briskly for your, in the morning you should go for a brisk walk. That's very quick, very fast, right? It's very swift and rapid. If I'm taking up the words of the brand names of the cars, it's brisk and cheerful readiness. You are so willing. You are so enthusiastic. The exact synonym. You are too avid. So it is said that curiosity, desire and curiosity are the two eyes which keep a person alive. If you have these are the precious stones which you will never become poor. You will be always spiritually rich. This is something which is eagerness, willingness, readiness and ardor, the passion to do something. What is ardor? It's a passion to do something. You're very enthusiastic about something. You're very swift, rapid. You have such a presence of mind in which you give a reaction very quickly. Right. Akin. Please note the preposition used with akin. Akin to, similar to, pertinent to. All meaning the same. Right, and the preposition also the same, that is in close connection with, right? To give pain or trouble to to inflict injury upon something, I'm so sorry, similar character, similar, related or compared, कोई चीज़ बहुत close connection रखती है, very corresponding, very nearby to it, compare कर सकते हो आप, his activity is akin to her activity because they are of the same family, right? So they share the same genes, so this very similar, very alike, it's quite same in fact. You know, sometimes we use the preposition to and phrasal verb that is taken after. This is physical resemblance. She has taken after her mother means she looks an exact copy of her mother. I would love to be that people call me that she has taken after her mother, right? This is a good compliment. Next word is aggrieved. From the root agree, that means you give pain or trouble to someone, you inflict injury upon someone, you are the cause of distress, you give mental agony to someone, you cause pain in someone's life, that is aggrieved, right? And the opposite would be naturally, you please someone, you make someone very happy, you make a person that yes, things are in a better scale. Next word, aggravate. Aggravate is to annoy someone. Please note the idiom for this, gets on my nerves. You know, he gets on my nerves means he irritates me. Causing a problem to someone, you know, causing an offense to someone, something which is very serious, annoying or irritating or exasperating, you don't like that thing, that is aggravate. The opposite would be very calm and quiet, you very much reconcile with that thing, you do not oppose that thing, okay. Next word from the root aggrandize, just like galvanize, you make something increase in its power. Please note the word from the scientist names, galvanize. Increase in capacity, I canonize you. Canonize means the process of becoming saint. Please note this word very carefully. This is a famous poem by John Donne, a metaphysical poet. Canonization means the process of becoming saint, means you are in an elevated form. See the word elevated form. You are made God. You are given the power or influence of a very strong category. You are instigated in a positive way. You are galvanized, right? If I make a sentence, the young tyro galvanized the room by his speech. Now, what does this mean? That means your speech, although was expected to be by a tyro, but you speak in such a way that the other person is mesmerized by your speech, right? The words are very important ones. Don't miss them. They'll be repeatedly coming in your comprehensions. Moving on to our next words, the last of it is affluent. Affluent means a very rich person. Person who's got a lot of money is affluent. Having a great deal of money, wealthy, rich, prosperous, opulent. Please note the word further for this, redundant. See, actually redundant means more than required. Zarut se zyada means you have superfluous. Of course, you're prosperous, you're very rich, you've got a lot of money, and the opposite is poor or impoverished, you don't have anything. Now, when I say this word in this passage is redundant, now you say, where is it rich meaning, ma'am? Of course, it doesn't mean, I just now began that there is a contextual meaning. It doesn't mean rich. What does it mean? It means here, this word is not required in the passage, it is redundant. So, when I say that he is redundant, he is of royal family, means he's got so much of money that it is excess, zarut se zyada hai, excess hai, more than required. Next word, affirm. Affirm is you state emphatically or publicly, you declare, you make a statement for something, right? You accept that this is going to be the thing, and the opposite would be yes, it would be deny. Next word, acquisite means you agree to something, कोई चीज़ से आप सहमत हो रहे हैं, you're giving your consent to it. Maybe not willingly, deliberately. The reluctant is not ready, not on your wish. Acceptance of something without protest, consent, agreement, acceptance, accession. You agree whatever the other person says, right? You think in the same line, same page. The opposite, refusal, deny or refute, right? Okay. You stand accountable for the sins that you do on this earth, and God sends you to heaven or hell on the basis of this. This is the fact or condition in which you are accountable, you are responsible, you are liable, you are answerable, right? You have to answer for all the sins that you do. So that is why you are accountable. Suppose you are given a job in any firm, any company, and you're accountable for all those things that you have been assigned. Means any problem, anything happens, you will be questioned about it. Unaccountability, that's a very simple, if I would say the antonym for it. Absurd. Modern drama is absurd. From the roots AB, meaning move away, keep away. So, absurd would be a thing which is ridiculous, which is meaningless, which is senseless, which is totally useless, is ridiculous. You know, senseless, pointless, meaningless, no head or tail out of it. This is the idiom we could use for this state of being very ridiculous, very unreasonable, very much wrong in the things. The opposite would be naturally reasonable, senseful, having a lot of sense. This is senseless and this is sensible. Okay. The last word, abrasive. Abrasive is being very caustic, being very potassic, caustic potash. You must have heard, you know, washing powder, it makes your hands rough. Why your hands become rough? Because this is caustic potash. This is something which is, you know, full of acid. From the root AC, that is sharp. AB, you have already done the roots, move away. So, abrasive is showing little concern for the feelings of others. You are very harsh, you are very caustic, you are acerbic, you are vitriolic. Please note the 3 P's. You are very petulant, you are very peevish, and you are very impolite. The list won't end. I have so many to offer you. You are very churlish, you are indecent, you are unsophisticated, you are ill-mannered person, you don't know how to behave, you are lacking the basic etiquettes of behaving, you maybe shout at someone, you lose your temper, you fly out of handle, you are very rude and impolite in your action. This is naturally a kind of an abrasive behavior is not liked. I'll make up a sentence to explain you. She is of royal family, she is very affluent, so she carries a lot of airs. Please affirm to it whatever you said. He acquiesced to the decision. Most of the children acquiesce to the decision of their parents. You are accountable to all the sins that you do on this earth. The absurdity of the plague, Who is Afraid of Virginia Woolf by Edward L.B. is beyond question. And the last, that is abrasive, because the lawyer's speech was very abrasive, the judge asked him that he should not continue in the same manner. Right? I hope you have understood all these words, you will apply them, and if you really liked our video, please give us a thumbs up, write this content, this is very important, and if you have not subscribed, please do subscribe it. Thank you.